Well, introduce ourselves for all those who, no one's here yet, but for all those who are coming in for the recording later.
Mhm.
I'm Stevie Lynn, founder of Stevie's Earth-Based Kitchen, where I mostly do plant-based cooking for healthy aging and like plant-based lifestyle stuff. And this is my friend LeAnne. She does Akashic readings. LeAnne. Okay, she has an Instagram account, and she's getting really booked up. but um, but I'll leave a link in the description box to her Instagram account. That's
And you
probably
can
the
book with
easiest
me
way to
there.
contact her.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's LeAnne,
Hi.
and welcome to Unfiltered After 50.
hmm
We have a lot of fun things to talk about today, don't we?
We do. You came up with a really good list. I'm looking forward to chatting about some of this stuff.
Yeah, we might not get through everything, but it's
We'll
just,
see how far we get.
and we might talk about other things. Who
It's
knows?
typically how it
You
goes.
just never know.
No.
Yeah. So I don't know who who's gonna see this, but Meredith often joins us in the comment section, and she came to visit me. She came to visit me 2 days ago. She didn't stay, but she was en route somewhere to visit family, and she came over for dinner, and it was amazing. She's beautiful. She's so adorable. She's so cute, and it was just amazing. And her partner Bob is awesome. Got along really well with Michael. Like it was so good.
That's awesome. I got a message from her on Instagram and she's like, "You think Stevie looks beautiful on video or on Instagram?" She goes, "But in person, oh my God, she's gorgeous." So she was ranting about,
Aw,
and
I
she
can't
just
believe
absolutely
that.
loved her time. And yeah, no, she
She's so
really,
kind.
that's so good. I love that you guys were able to spend some time together.
Yeah. I hope you can come someday, or I can come over there, or maybe we can meet in Mexico.
I like that idea. I support that. I support that idea. Yeah, we
Yeah,
should definitely
that
meet
would
in
be so
Mexico.
fun.
That would be awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be so much fun. So you're gonna be moving in a week?
No,
Oh,
in a couple of days.
in a couple of days.
In a couple of days. And people are like, "You're moving?" It's like, this is not my stuff. We're not moving any of this.
I keep thinking it's my stuff. I keep wanting to like reach up and get that vase and
That
push it
vase with the
over.
peacock feathers in it. Yeah. It's like, get it out of the way. Yeah,
I'm like,
that's
what's it
my.
doing up there?
It's
It's
on
just
their
floating up there. It's
it's on
weird.
their really fancy liquor cabinet. It's really cool.
Oh, I want a really fancy
Um,
liquor cabinet.
and when I say they, that's my son and daughter-in-law. We're staying in their house right now. We're house sitting for them, and it's coming to an end. They're going to be home and probably in another week and a half. Week and a half, I'm
Wow.
hoping.
Wow. Yeah.
So we need to vacate the premises, and we had looked at apartments and we had looked at other ideas, but we just weren't comfortable with signing a one-year lease. We're those people. We don't want to sign a lease
Yeah.
because we're very nomadic and we like to
Yeah.
stay mobile. The thought of renting a place right now for an entire year, not knowing what your neighbor's going to be like and everything, just kind of freaks us
Hmm.
both out. Anyways, we had our motorhome sitting there not being used. So we thought, well, let's just move into our motorhome. And
Cool.
so, yeah, so that's what we're doing. We just went last
You're
night and
freezing.
finalized.
You're
Uh,
freezing.
am I freezing
Oh,
now? Oh, shoot.
yeah. It's okay. I don't know why it happens,
I don't know
but it happens.
either.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
Yeah.
we found a site that we went to last night and signed and finalized everything. And we're going to stay there for a few months. So here's a I won't show you the location, but here's a map of where we're going to be staying. This
Yeah.
here is the
Uh-huh.
ocean. So that's the
Uh-huh.
beach and the ocean. And we're parked right here. And that little right
Ooh.
there. So, and it's a very small park. It's not very big at all.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, it's just like the beach is like right there.
That is so cool. So you're not doing the apartment?
We're not doing the apartment. we had we had filled in all the paperwork. They had called all of our references, and we were just about to finalize it, and we took the weekend, and we were just like, no, we don't want to do this. So we didn't. Yeah. Yeah, we're moving back into our motorhome, and now, I mean, like, we've redone it. We've got new blinds up there. We painted the whole thing. It's got a new roof, got new carpeting. It's gonna it's gonna be nice. So yeah, I'll share some things. Yeah, yeah, of course. I'll probably take some pictures. I mean, who doesn't want to be like, and the other thing about this beach, like the ocean that
Mhm.
we're on, like it's here on Vancouver Island, but it's a very shallow beach. It's
Mhm.
very sandy, so you can walk and walk and walk. Oh yeah, and it only comes up to your
Wow.
knees. Like it's really shallow.
Wow. Oh, that's
So
so cool.
yeah, so
That's so
that's kind of
cool.
nice. That's when the tide is in. When the tide's out,
Yeah.
you've just got sand for
Yeah.
days. So
Yeah.
I'm looking
Cool.
forward to it for the summer. I don't know. I have a little bit of a panic about being in an RV park with families and kids and the noise and everything. I'm just not used to it because we live in a very
Yeah.
quiet place. But
Yeah.
it'll be fine. We're gonna do great.
It'll be good. Yeah. I feel
Yeah,
like I'm getting darker and darker. I'm having issues with lighting right
you
now, so sorry if I'm
are.
getting that we I live in the woods in North Carolina, and all the leaves came up, and so we're just blanketed. If you could see, like, just
We can
blanketed
see
with
it's
green.
totally green behind you. Yeah.
Yeah, so it puts a green cast on my complexion, and it's taking the light out, and so I usually use, like, one
Right.
softbox light. I think I need 2 now because I
I'm
was
thinking,
filming a video last night where I was making an orzo dish, and it just got so dark, and what happens with these lights and when it gets dark outside, and we also had a storm coming, so it was so dark in
oh,
here, and it just makes everything almost, like, metallic and harsh. Ugh,
how do you fight against that?
I think I just film around the storms and,
Yeah.
and, like, yeah, but it's so dark right now, it's just, because
Well, we
usually
can
it's, like,
still see you.
wonderful here. Oh,
Yeah, I
that's
know.
good.
We can
Yeah,
still see you. But
yeah,
yeah, you have got some shadows.
and then I get tanner from, like, walking around, so it makes me
Right.
even. No.
Even darker. When you come closer, maybe you just need to get the light closer to you.
Oh, maybe I just need to get you closer to me.
There you go. It's a little
I
bit
know.
better.
Oh, maybe I could try and get the light a little closer. Okay, sorry, guys. Sorry. Sorry.
That's okay. Sorry. Okay. She's she was commenting earlier about me saying sorry and being Canadian. Canadians say sorry. What can I say? Yes, I was talking. Oh, she can't hear yet. Are you getting it?
I don't
I
know.
was just I was just saying that we were talking earlier about saying sorry. No accent. Sorry, 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 sorry. You look frozen, but okay, now you're disappearing again. I like the cushion.
Thank you.
Is it velvet?
Yes,
Ooh,
it is
nice.
velvet,
I
and
love that color, that green.
it's it's giving me a good posture. Oops.
There you go.
I've got, like, stuff around me because I wanna show and tell.
You want to show and tell.
And I even remember last time? So if we do
Yes,
get
you
any
couldn't
comments, I
read.
can actually read them.
So you can read them
Yeah.
this time. That's awesome. Good for you.
Yeah. So, um,
So yeah, so that's my long
yeah.
story about moving. We're moving this weekend. Sam's going to bring the motorhome here to this location tomorrow, and we'll fill it up. That's the nice thing about motorhomes. Like you just drive it to wherever you need to pack everything into. You just put it away when you get it in there, right? You take plates, put them in the cupboard.
Yeah.
You take your clothes and you hang them in the closet, and it's just like right here. So, and then we'll be heading over
Yeah.
to the park on the resort on Saturday. That's
Cool. So
that.
what is there like pools or anything at the resort, or is it just parking?
It's beach. Yeah, no
It's
pool at this.
beach.
Yeah, there's no pool at this one, which is totally, I mean, like you got the beach there, so what do you need? It's in a small
Yeah.
town here on the island.
Uh-huh.
And it's like in town, so it's not out on the outskirts, so it's right in town. So I mean, we can walk to coffee shops, we can walk and get some groceries, I can go and thrift, like everything is in walking distance. There's a nice hotel resort right next door. They have a
Oh.
beautiful beachfront restaurant that we can go for happy hour and stuff. So, and then there's the community park that's just down. There's a boardwalk that goes all along right in front of
Mhm.
the RV park, and then it walks all the way over to the community center and community park, and they have festivals and music events and sandcastle competitions and all sorts of stuff that they host there
Oh,
all
fun.
summer. So it'll
Yeah.
be it'll be a very eventful summer for us, which
Yeah.
we're there for. It'll be fun.
How fun. I'm excited
Yeah.
for you. So
Yeah,
are
it'll
they
be
gonna be like beach bums, surfers? Do people surf there?
no, no, it's like because it's so shallow and it's so calm. It's
Yeah.
on the inside of the island, so it's like it's not like Tofino area
Yeah.
where it's very in Long Beach there where it's really popular for surfing. There's no surf. So we can paddleboard. So my
Yeah.
girlfriend has a couple paddle boards, and I'm just like, bring them and we can go paddle aboard because it's so shallow and it's so calm. So we can go
Yeah.
paddleboarding around the bay there. So it'll be nice. Yeah.
Oh, I wanna come over and go
I
paddleboarding with
think you
you.
should.
That would
I'm
be
getting
so
two
fun.
floaties. I'm going to get two floaties and we can just go float around the beach. Go float around this surf there. It'll be nice.
I I have a kayak, so just one kayak. We need to get another kayak so that Michael will go with me. I told him because he's never going with me, and I worry about getting the kayak up onto my Subaru Outback and
Oh,
off.
yeah.
But I watched a YouTube video on it, and you, I learned how to do it. You
Well, there
can.
you go.
I looked up how to get a kayak. For if you're like smaller, like how to get a kayak on and off. And there was this woman who's like, "This is how you do it." She's like, "You put a mat down," and like she did the whole thing. And she's like,
Oh,
"Okay, now let's do it again. Now let's do it another
that's brilliant.
time."
Well, my sister
Yeah,
is a kayaker. She loves kayaking. And my sister's about, I think she's 2 or 3 inches shorter than me. Like she's quite short because
yeah.
I'm not tall. I think she's 5'2". And so she kayaks alone. She goes with her dog.
Oh,
Her husband
well,
doesn't kayak with her all the time, so she goes by herself and she gets that thing on top of the whatever
what
vehicle they've got. So she can do it. You can do it.
if she can do it, I could do it because I'm
Exactly.
actually like the size of an average man. I truly am. I'm like almost 5'9". I'm like the same weight, same size. I'm like an average man in terms of
You're not.
stature.
Well, let me say, you don't look like an average man. Just
No,
saying.
well, I mean, I have really big pecs. That's
Yes. So, I
all I
mean,
do
you're
is pec sec. I just
there
do
you go.
pectoral exercises. I do nothing else.
So you're 5'9" and my sister's 5'2". I'm pretty sure that you can get that on the
Yeah,
you can
I'm
get on
actually
there.
5'8", but I started out as 5'9", and I don't know. I have really high instep, so I think that my feet probably collapsed a little bit. That
Oh,
probably
that's
I
interesting.
lost something.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
is interesting. I always say I'm just 5'5". I'm just shy of 5'5". But then again, I haven't measured myself in a long time, and I'm not going to because I'm just going to stick with 5'5"
Yeah.
because I don't care.
Yeah. I don't want to measure myself.
I don't want to
I
measure
don't.
myself. Who needs to know
One
that?
of the Yeah, one of the reasons why I don't like going to the doctor actually is because I don't like to be weighed because they're always I just don't.
Meredith is
Yeah.
here.
Oh, Meredith!
Hi! We're
Hi!
having a wee libation. Ooh, at Greenville
Ooh.
before heading to the Airbnb. Oh,
Oh, how
nice.
fun. How
Enjoy.
fun.
That's awesome.
So good to see
Um,
you.
yeah. Hold on. What were you just saying? Oh, why you don't
Oh,
like going to the
yeah,
doctors?
why I don't like going to the doctors. One of the reasons, I mean, I don't trust doctors usually, but one of the reasons is because I also don't like to, they're always like, get on the scale. And you're like, you're wearing like your Doc Martens and your ski outfit and your helmet. And you're still carrying the weights because you forgot to, and they're like, get on the scale.
You're like, damn it, I don't
You're
want
like,
to.
should I put the weights down? They're like, no.
Just get on
But
the damn scale.
but I'm wet. My hair's wet.
I have a towel on my head.
My thermal underwear
I swear I'm wearing like at least another 25 pounds here.
wet. Yeah. But
Oh.
yeah, so and also I don't like the way big pharma has such an influence on doctors. But you go to a naturopath.
A naturopath.
And I don't get that right.
It's okay. It's naturopath.
A
Yes,
nat
I
a
do.
naturopath.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been seeing a naturopath, and
That's
yeah, I saw because I'm the same as you. Okay, back to the scale thing with the doctors. First of all,
mhm.
they don't have to weigh you. You can say no, thank you,
I'm gonna
right?
do that next time.
Yeah, and the other thing I would do, which I mean, I've had eating disorders and stuff, and so
Mhm.
numbers are very triggering to me. So I would stand on
Yeah,
the scale
same.
backwards, and I'd say, "Don't tell me the number," and I would stand on
Yeah.
it backwards because I didn't want to see. So
Yeah.
there's ways around it, and the nurse is
And no
just like, "Why?"
admonishments. Like,
No,
don't
no.
admonish me.
Yeah, don't
Yeah.
say anything. Like it's a weight. It's
Yeah.
weight fluctuates. Like you think about it. Like we all know, muscle weighs more than fat does. So you start
Mm.
working out or whatever, your weight is going to go up, right?
Yeah.
And if you
Mhm.
just, if you just diet or you lose all the hydration, your weight's going to go down, but you're going to be sick. Like its
Right.
numbers are, it's so arbitrary. It means nothing. And I'm so effing sick of scales. Like I will
Yeah.
never stand on a scale. I have zero clue what I weigh and I don't ever want to know.
Yeah, I
I
don't
go
know
by my
either. I just
clothes.
measure myself.
I go by my
Yeah.
clothes. It's like my clothes
Yeah.
are what I'm wearing, right? It's like,
Yeah.
does this feel comfortable? Does this fit me? If that doesn't fit me, then I move on to something else that is
Yeah.
comfortable, right? And that fluctuates throughout the week. It fluctuates throughout the month. We just need to be
Yeah.
kinder to ourselves.
I know.
Sorry, that's my rant. And I
And the
wasn't mocking.
BMI is has a questionable, I mean, the BMI, we know the history of the BMI, right?
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
that it how many years ago? Like it was in the 1800s when it was created by an economist,
yep.
I think in Belgium, and it was
I
just
think,
so he
yeah, I
could
can't
find some
remember.
but it was based on Belgium, men in Belgium, um, and it was never meant to be a diagnostic
No,
or a tool or not a
no.
diagnostic, but like yeah,
It's and
prognostic.
again, it's really inaccurate. Like it
Yeah,
doesn't measure your health. It doesn't measure
no,
your well-being. It doesn't measure your
yeah,
nutritional needs if they're being met. Like it's
right,
just like it's a number that isn't even
yeah.
accurate.
And I know it's used in studies, and it is, it does, it's like, it's a good tool for for scientific studies, some kind of average, but it doesn't apply to the individuals. Like my husband, he
No.
is so strong. Ask Meredith. He's like, woo, and
Hmm.
even when he has low body fat or he, when he's at his thinnest and his face is looking gaunt, he is still considered overweight. And Olympic athletes are usually overweight or
Hmm.
even obese,
Yeah.
in terms of BMI because they're
So
so muscular.
Exactly. So it's like so inaccurate. It just needs to be, it needs to be used in those scientific ways that
Yeah,
they need to, and then the rest of us just need to just
right. Yeah.
choo choo.
In the future, they're gonna probably be better at getting better measurements that don't rely on BMI. Like people with this fat percentage or visceral fat percentage, or and the tools
Mm-hmm.
already exist. So I don't know
Mm-hmm.
why they don't use them, but
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I think if we started looking at people's mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being more than
Yes,
just judging people's bodies all the time, I
I
think the
know.
bodies will come into alignment because our bodies are such an expression of what's going on inside so often, you
Yeah.
know. And that's, I mean, like, people can be incredibly fit and have a low BMI or whatever, and be,
Mhm.
but be mentally, you know, just
Yeah.
completely tapped out, right? Because they're putting so much time and energy on their bodies to look a certain way, to try and feel a certain way, and it's never going to
Mhm.
work that way. You can't
Yeah.
do it. You have to deal with what's going on inside in order to have a full,
Yeah.
healthy body mind
A
connection and
and putting so much
experience.
focus on aesthetics is actually keeping that from happening. It's
Exactly.
othering us. It's
Yeah.
making us other instead of
Yeah.
shoop inside
Yeah.
here.
It just becomes
Yeah.
objective. It's
Which
just an
is a
object. Yeah.
spiritual problem,
It is a
It
spiritual
truly is.
problem.
I've been reading this book, The Gospel of Magdalene,
Oh.
Mary Magdalene, and
Mm-hmm.
she addresses that. Not she, but it's
The book.
about the gospel. Yeah, it's about the
Mm-hmm.
actual gospel, but they address that because it's Gnosticism, and how
Mm-hmm.
you get into your inward wisdom, and
Hmm.
in that place where you're not othered, but you're more of a subject, which is
Mm-hmm.
something I'm obsessed with. But I want to. I'm sorry. But I want to go back to the
Naturopath?
naturopath.
Shall we talk about the naturopath? Yeah,
That naturopath.
naturopath.
So what has that been like? What has that what how does that work?
It's been really, I mean, it's been really good. I went and saw a GP. Like,
Mhm.
finding a doctor here in BC on the island is just a joke. So, anyways, I'll just skip that part. I ended up, because my husband now has extended medical, I don't have to
Mhm.
pay fully out of pocket for a naturopath appointment and seeing
Okay.
somebody.
That's
So,
good.
yeah, it's awesome. So I did my research online just for local naturopaths, and I found this amazing woman. She's so attentive. Like, she's very engaged every time I meet with her, and gives me more than enough information about what it is that that what she's doing with me and everything. So I went initially to talk about menopause
Mhm.
and just some of those things that were happening. And I don't have a lot of symptoms. My main ones are weight gain, brain fog,
Mhm.
um, and then just some other things, like dry eyes and just skin changes and stuff like that. So I haven't had the night sweats, or I don't get
Oh,
hot flashes or
yeah.
anything like that, which I'm very grateful for because I've heard that they can be horrible. Um, so, anyways, went initially to talk to her about that, and then we started doing some. Oh well, let's put you on. Like, she wanted to increase my omega 3s, so she gave me a supplement, and I started taking that, and within a couple of days, I was racked in pain, and my skin was breaking out, and I didn't make the
Yeah.
connection right away. So I kept taking it for a bit, and then I'm just like, I muscle tested with my pendulum, and it was like, this supplement is not good for you. So I took it back, and she refunded me, which was lovely of her. And then, because it's just like, it was omega 3s, it was really weird. So she's like, well, just supplement with, instead use flaxseed. I'm like, oh, I'm great with flaxseed, I love flaxseed. Well, I started on my flaxseed, and the same thing happened. I was racked in pain, like I could hardly get in and out of my vehicle, and my skin was breaking out again. So I finally talked with her, and I'm just like, something's weird. She's like, would you consider doing a blood test? Because years ago, I had leaky gut. And it was
Mhm.
so bad that I had sores all over my face, my back, my chest, my ears. It was gross. It was so bad. And I had no idea what was going on. I went to a naturopath. She did a blood test and gave me a list of all these trigger foods that were leaking through my
Mhm.
gut into my blood system, just trying to get themselves out of my body. And that's what was happening with all of this. And so I just thought that because I know when I've eaten certain foods that will trigger my leaky gut, certain foods,
Yeah.
but they were not, if I cut those foods out, I was okay, but I was still having pain and, skin problems every once in a while and inflammation. And she's like, let's do a blood test. And I just got the results back 2 days ago. And some of them surprised me tremendously and some didn't. So I'm having, like, when you ask how has my experience been with her, I am so thankful. I am so thankful that I got this blood test done because, like I said, some of the ones that are super high that are like
Yeah.
really being seen in my system that I have to cut out, and we're just doing it for a month to start off with. But because this has been a chronic thing for me for well over 15 years,
Mhm.
these certain foods are ones that I'm going to be watching probably for the rest of my life unless I can completely heal my gut.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so now I'm sorry, I'm looking at my results over here on the table, but so now I'm having to readjust my diet very dramatically in
Wow.
order to be able to still eat without some of these, foods. And already I'm feeling better
Oh,
already. It's
that's
only been
great.
like I'm on day 2 of cutting these foods out. One of the foods I had cut out a couple of weeks ago because I was kind of suspicious that it was giving me some
Mhm.
problems. I cut out a couple of weeks ago. So I think just cutting out the rest of these ones,
Yeah.
it had a jump start. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Hmm.
So yeah, I mean, like um, yeah, it's challenging. I'm just
Yeah.
when when you like we were okay. Now we can segue into another topic that we were going to talk about
Yeah.
is dairy. Oh, but
Oh,
unless you have
yeah.
another question, if you have any
Well,
questions.
I was just gonna say, I would love to go to another kind of doctor that is not so well, I would love to it doesn't necessarily it could be a science-based doctor, I don't mind that. I think, but would work with the whole body, would actually
Something
a
holistic.
holistic
Yeah.
or functional medicine, or I think something like that. Is there a
hmm Well,
physi
that's what basically naturopaths are,
Yeah,
right? Like
okay.
they actually go through tremendous amount of training, like tremendous
Yeah,
amount of schooling,
yeah,
to be able to be able to practice. I don't know what it's
right.
like down in the States, but I know up here in Canada, they have very high level of education.
Yeah,
And I feel so comfortable with her, like because she
yeah,
listens, and she's not just trying to band-aid anything. Like, she's going
mhm,
to the core problem. It's like, okay, well, if you're having these problems, if you're struggling with inflammation and diet, which I'm a very clean eater, I'm a very careful eater, and if you're struggling with these things and your skin's breaking out and you're not sleeping well and all the pain and everything, we need to address the core problem. Let's not just give you some painkillers or some anti-inflammation pills, or like, we're going right to the heart of the exactly. So we're going right to the heart of the problem. Exactly.
filler. I
hmm
mean, I don't mean to be, like, hyperbolic, but it is.
Yeah.
Like, for some people, they get in that system and pretty soon they have, like, pill boxes that are, like, this big because
Unbelievable. Yeah.
because they have to take pills for the reaction to deal with the reaction of the other pills, and it's just terrible, and
Exactly.
it's screwing up their bodies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. So yeah. So
mm,
my experience, and every time I've got, like, this is not the, like I said, a number of years ago, I went for leaky gut, and it was a amazing experience. I went to my girlfriend had seen me with all of my sores, and she goes, "You need to go and see a doctor right now. Get
yeah,
an appointment." And I'm like, I know what they're going to say. They're going to say, I don't
mm,
know. Let me give you some hydrocortisone cream. My
right,
doctor that I went and saw said that verbatim. And she
right.
gave me some hydrocortisone cream.
I
It did
know
nothing.
when
And
you
then I
know
went to a natural,
exactly.
right? And I went to a naturopath, and she's like, "Okay, let's get to the heart of this." And within 2 weeks, my skin had cleared up because I had cut
Yeah,
those foods out. She didn't give me a bunch of supplements. She didn't give me, she gave me one thing. I can't remember what it was. It was like, what was it? It was like a clover, some kind of clover. If it was red clover or some kind of clover
hmm,
supplement that I took along with cutting these foods out just to help heal my system, and I was fine,
yeah,
right? And so it's like, oh, here, put some medicine on it.
yeah.
Mm, just, this isn't the problem. This
I
is a
remember.
symptom. This is a
I
symptom.
Yeah. I remember 6 years ago going to the doctor and being diagnosed with GERD and then being given a prescription that is like a prescription that you have to stay on for, like, the rest of your life.
Oh
I
my
can't It's a common
gosh.
one. I can't remember. I'm just not up on
Yeah.
prescriptions and stuff. I don't know drugs. But, yeah, she, like, asked me a couple questions. We just met, and, like, 5 minutes into just meeting, she said, "Oh, I'm gonna give you a prescription for this GERD." And yeah, and like 6 years later, I cut out gluten and the GERD goes away.
Right.
Like, but
Like, what's the underlying cause? Can we talk about what the
yeah,
problem is? The GERD
right.
isn't the problem. The GERD is actually your body going, hey, something's going on in here. Something's not
Yeah.
right. Can we address what's not right?
Mhm.
But let's just address the
Yeah.
GERD. Anyways,
Yeah.
we can rant about this for hours.
So let's talk about cheese.
Okay.
So
I can't
that's
have
a
any.
good. Well, I'm glad we're having this conversation then. So you have to give up cheese.
I have to
You
give up
you
all dairy.
you said it. You
Every,
said it.
I did. Every,
Okay.
every. There's no dairy I can have because of the caseins and the whey.
Yeah.
It's
Well, I'm
not the
gonna help you with
lactose.
this.
Well, you might not
Oh,
be able to because there's other things that I can't have that are
okay.
normally in vegan cheese.
Well, I'm not gonna. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm just gonna.
Okay.
What I'm gonna help you with is staying off the cheese. I'm sure you already want to stay off of it because of your physical symptoms.
I won't be taking any cheese in.
Yeah, but cheese is addictive because of the casein. The casein in the
Yeah.
cheese is it's a protein make that it's a protein that turns into something else. I can't remember what it's called, but like a drug that acts like morphine. And this is what makes the cow babies want to suckle the mama, because
Right.
the milk is addictive.
Oh,
And
wow.
we have it too, but but
With
in a
with
different
our,
way,
right.
in different
Right.
amounts. But cows have
Right.
huge amounts of it because they're bigger.
Right.
and and then when you take that milk with the casein that turns into the morphine like substance, and you turn it into cheese, which you reduce it,
You're concentrating it,
you concentrate it, and it becomes incredibly addictive.
which is true. I
So
mean, cheese is addictive. I mean, I
yeah,
adore cheese. I haven't been eating very much of it, but a cheese is addictive. It's true.
yeah, it's terrible. And um, I also the dairy industry is just horrible, like
Hmm.
any big agriculture. So there's this. This is like not breaking news, but it's news. In the vegan world, there's this cheese by this company called Climax.
There you go.
I don't know. I just Climax and
I
cheese.
I can imagine what their advertising is.
But they're the good guys. I know they're called Climax, but they're still. I think they're victims. story. The good guys. They entered their product, a cheese product. It looked like by the picture, like kind of a blue cheese, into this awards.
Right.
Academy put on the Academy Awards.
Right.
It's that. It's like a big deal in the in the food industry. And so their cheese like was favored in the taste test.
Wow.
Yeah, over all the other cheeses, and like 3 months before the prize is gonna be given, they were told that they were the winners. But then like 2 weeks before, they were told that they were disqualified.
Because they were non-dairy?
Not because they're non-dairy, but because, well, there was this ingredient in some of their cheeses, I guess, called kokum butter. I keep burping. Kokum butter, which
Uh-huh.
is it's not, it wasn't like deemed safe or something. Like it
Oh,
had
okay.
but it, and I don't think it was FDA approved, but it is UN approved,
Right.
which is actually better, Um, but the cheese that was actually tasted had cocoa butter in it, not the same stuff anyway, and it was disqualified for that reason. They were never told why in the in the rules, like all the
Mm-hmm.
things they had to do. They were not told about this. They were not told, like they thought that they were completely
Compliant.
compliant and everything. And then there's like in the background there are conversations with dairy industry
Ooh.
lobbyists and
Of
people,
course.
and yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so in the last 2 weeks they were disqualified, and it looks really sketchy.
No kidding.
And of course, the dairy industry people, all the industry people are at this food awards, or the food award thing,
The
just
food
like
awarding.
because
Mm-hmm.
it's their industry,
Of
they want to be
course.
there. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, they were disqualified
Interesting. They were, of
because,
course.
mm, because if just like it happened with non-dairy milk, like there's some really good non-dairy options out there now that I think a lot of people prefer over regular milk, just for taste alone. But there's also a lot of reasons why people won't drink regular milk.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but if all of a sudden there's this cheese that everybody's saying is as good,
Amazing. Mm-hmm.
amazing, people are gonna opt for the non-dairy cheese, or at
Well,
least gonna
let's
want
be
to
honest.
try it.
This is good advertising for
It
them.
is great advertising.
Really?
I, to be
You
honest, I think
know?
it blew up in their face. It blew
Yeah,
up in the dairy industry.
exactly.
Now, I need to
Every
try this
I
Climax
know, I'm
cheese.
curious. I don't know if I can have it, but yeah, it sounds I'm curious. I've had some really
Yeah,
good vegan cheese. Very good vegan cheese.
really.
Oh
I,
yeah.
I
When
I actually haven't, except for like I haven't. You should. What kind have you
not
had?
none that I make a really good vegan
Yeah,
cheese sauce just with nutritional yeast and stuff, but um no, this there was a cheese place in Vancouver that was just down the street from where we
yeah.
lived when we lived in the city, and they had vegan. They had blue cheese, they had cheddars, they had soft cheeses, they had hard cheeses like fetas. Oh, they had everything. Yeah, they had really lovely cheese. And what was it called? I can't remember the name of it. But anyways, yeah. So we would buy my cheese there when I was vegan and I couldn't have dairy. So, but it has ingredients in it that I can't have now. So I am cheeseless. I am cheese. Although I probably can do. I know you were freezing
While you
too.
went whole
See, you're
list,
freezing now.
I think uh, the dairy industry is in on our
They are.
conversation.
They're trying to silence us.
Ah,
Anyways,
yeah.
anyways, yeah. It was really good cheese.
I do make my own.
Yeah.
too, and I prefer to make my own. I've been experimenting and coming up with really good results.
Good.
So you can make cheese. You can make non-dairy cheese just like cheese. Like we're literally, it's cheese.
Mhm.
You can actually take tofu and ferment it too, which is an
Mhm.
Asian thing,
Mhm.
and that makes it cheese. I
Mhm.
mean, tofu is already fresh cheese, so soy cheese, and then you ferment
Mhm.
it.
Mhm.
Um, but so yeah, you can actually take any kind of nut milk or whatever, turn it into milk, and then and then process it like cheese, ferment it, do all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because of that, I make my sauces with either sauerkraut, but I've been experimenting with kimchi, adding a
Mm.
little kimchi because when you make a cheese sauce,
You got the umami.
you get the umami of the kimchi, and you have like the garlic and the onion already. You usually might put that into your sauces, right? It already has that. It's not
Mhm.
providing too much spice, and the gochujang is really good. It's
Mhm.
like you might add cayenne that takes the place of it, and it creates a cheddar color that's really cool,
Mhm. Oh,
and
that's right.
it provides lactic acid, which is the most cheese-like tang that you can
Mhm.
give it, and the fermented umami, it's so good. And I'm going to do an
Cool.
experimentation. I'm gonna do a Will It mac and cheese coming up, where
Right.
I do a kimchi mac and cheese, but I'm going to caramelize the kimchi to bring out some nuttiness.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna do a
Ooh.
caramelized kimchi cheese sauce, and I'm
Mhm.
thinking I'm gonna get something close to like a Gouda.
Ooh, nice. So did you. You keep freezing too. This is annoying. Sorry. I don't know what's going on. You're frozen again. Maybe. It's gorgeous here. So, um, you always, I don't know. Say, yes, you're frozen. Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. Sorry. It's kind of frustrating. But, anyways, cheese.
Cheese. I have it. Happening
Hmm.
is I mean, like Elon Musk's satellite to get we have rural internet, but we're doing the Tesla, the Elon Musk satellite thing. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering if the tree coverage is causing a problem.
Oh,
Arg.
maybe. There's nothing you can do about that.
Yeah. Well, the dish might be adjusting.
Oh,
It moves. So when it
right.
adjusts, I might freeze. Yeah. So I wanted to do a little shampoo review.
Oh, go for it.
So I'm not sponsored. I am actually a brand ambassador, I think. Still, I'm not sure if they got rid of me, but for Hair Story,
Uh-huh.
and this is new wash. It's actually looking a little yellow, and I'm wondering if it's oxidized.
Oh.
But um, so I brought all the products here. I'll tell you the products that I love, and I've been using this Davines Oil and Heart of Glass. I've been
Mm-hmm.
using this for the longest time, but I'm almost out of it, as you can see, especially out of this.
Right.
Um, and it's expensive. Like it's an investment. Like well, this is like $20. It's not that bad, but it's a small container.
Right.
And this is like $50. It's
Holy
crazy.
cow.
Like I don't want to spend that. And even though it lasts a year and I really like it, I just don't want to spend that much. But glass is very great at canceling out the yellow,
Right.
and it makes it just so glossy, and people are always commenting on how
Mm.
good I smell because the scent is so good, and it
Right.
lasts a year. So ultimately, it's not really that expensive.
No. No. You're frozen again. Like completely frozen. Like nothing is coming through. In fact, and you're gone. Oh, you're
And then you were,
back.
I had to reconnect. Uh, um, but it's also a good shampoo and conditioner for like if you, it doesn't make, it makes your hair really shiny and like straight and maybe not, and maybe it's like great if you're going to do stuff with your hair, if you're going to do blowouts and if you're going to
Right.
really style your hair. But in the summer, I don't style my hair that much. I just kind of let it be like it is now. So I like a shampoo that kind of just works with my natural texture.
Yeah.
And Hair Story is that. This is the one that I have been a brand ambassador with. But this is really, I love this. It's just like a co-wash. It's like creamy conditioner. You put it
Mm-hmm.
all in your hair. You use a ton of it. And it takes a while for your hair to adjust. But then once you adjust, it's great. It's like, and your hair feels natural. Like it's natural texture. Natural texture comes out, but it's
Mm-hmm.
not frizzy. It smells good. But after, but I haven't used it for a while, so it kind of oxidized a little bit. So it smells slightly funky.
Right.
But this is $40 a pouch. It lasts like 2
Does it last?
months for me. I wash my hair like once a week. It lasts like 2 months.
Ugh,
This is like for someone who washes her hair more, this is
it's
very
really
expensive,
expensive. Yeah.
incredibly expensive. So I
Especially
decided,
because you're talking to a Canadian.
yeah, oh yeah, right. So I've been trying to look for, I want to do something, I want sustainable products. And for a while, I tried shampoo bars that didn't really work, but I just recently tried this Kitsch, these shampoo and conditioner. They're like
Ah,
$9 each for both. I don't know how
right.
long they last, but the review said that they could last up to a year.
Wow.
And and I did it. I washed my hair 3 days ago. I didn't put anything in my hair but a little bit of sea salt spray. Well, actually, it's not really. It's Hair Story's sea salt spray, which doesn't really have sea salt in it,
Right.
but it's like, and it's great. I absolutely
Yay.
love it, and no packaging. Now, when you first do this, I have to experiment with it, but when you first
Mm-hmm.
put the shampoo on it, your hair gets kind of tangly before you put the conditioner in. So that's kind of a pain in
Right.
the
Because
butt.
it's kind of sticky.
Yeah, so you have to kind of work the conditioner in, and you end up spending a little bit more time in the
Right.
shower, doing that. Well, you have to spend a lot of time getting this rinsed out too, but you have to deal with the tangles. You have to get the conditioner in there to kind of untangle your hair, and that's the only thing that I don't like about it. But I really like it, and it's rice water protein. Totally not sponsored or anything. I just want to share what's
And it's
working for
called
me.
Kitsch.
Kitsch, yeah,
Oh,
strengthening
cool.
solid conditioner and
Can you
shampoo,
show the
and it's
bar? Show the bar.
it's in the
Oh, is it in the shower?
bathroom, but
Okay, no worries.
but the the bar
The
is
shampoo is an S
yeah, the
and the
shampoo's an S.
conditioner is a C.
Is a
My
C, yeah.
girlfriend just bought them yesterday. I was
Oh,
wondering if those were the ones. She bought one that was like it's a purple shampoo bar.
yeah, mhm,
So she bought that one and then she got the rice water conditioner. I
yeah.
think I'm not sure which way. I think that's what she does. So that's the ones that she bought yesterday. I'd never heard of them before and they smelt amazing.
Yeah, they smell good. So does Kitsch have a purple bar too? She bought a
It's
purple one from the same company?
It didn't look purple, but it's for like she has gray hair. Like
Oh,
she's grown
okay.
her like she's got
Yeah.
very gorgeous dark and then salt and pepper around the front,
Ooh, I love
right?
that, yeah.
I know. I know. I love it.
Moonlights, yeah,
Yeah, she's got gorgeous hair.
yeah.
Anyway, so she got that one to help with I guess with any yellowing and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
so I was wondering, I
Oh,
thought I
cool.
was like, I think it's the same one. That's why I wanted to see it if it was the S
Yeah.
and the C. So
Yeah, it works really good. So there's been a lot of our colleagues, our Silver Sisters, who've been trying out a bar soap, and I was curious about that. I think it's called like Mumby or something, and I don't know
uh-huh.
how well it works, but it's so expensive. It's like $50,
So that kitsch that you just bought that you
yeah,
said was how much?
9. I think it was
For
$9
each? $9
for
each?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's $18
Hers
for total.
hers was 19 each.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Welcome
But
to
you got,
Canada.
yeah. But you have better health care.
That makes up for everything. We can't afford to eat, but we have health care.
And your dictator is hotter.
Yeah, he's a bit of a dick too, but you know, whatever.
Is that like
Not a fan. Not
dick
a
plus
fan.
tater?
Yeah.
Dick plus tater.
Dictator.
I,
Yeah.
that's a cute joke. Yeah, next time I see a potato that's shaped like next
A
time,
phallus?
a potato that's a phallic potato, I'm gonna call it a dictator.
It's a dictator.
But I'm bump.
There you go.
Okay, so I brought something. Told you I was gonna do show and tell.
You did. You said you have also. Oh, did you bring your tarot
Bum,
cards?
bum, bum. These are the tarot cards, the witch's deck that my mom gave me when I was a teenager.
Really?
They're totally like vintage and they're like 80s. So,
Let me see the pictures. Ooh.
see if there's some 80s stuff, but here, I know YouTube is going to be like, you're showing naked pictures.
They're graphics. They're not real. Cool. They're very 80s. Those are beautiful. Oh yeah, that's like so 80s.
80s. Yeah. There's some that are really like, and then like, yeah.
That's so fun.
Whoa! Scheiße! Oh, I'm sorry for cursing in German. I'm not German, so it doesn't matter. I am German, but
Doesn't
I'm not.
count.
I'm not. I'm not. I'm only German by way of heritage, not
Right.
not not.
Not birth.
Okay, not birth, not national. I'm not a national German. Okay. Do you want me to pull a card?
I do.
Okay. I'm not very good at this. I just have them. So I'm
You've
gonna.
done it before for me. You pulled a card
Yeah.
for me before.
We're gonna get rid of the negative because we don't do that here. It's all positive.
All positive.
So what should we pull a card on? Do you have a question or anything? Or do you want me to just pull a card?
Just pull a card.
Okay. So I'm gonna kind of shuffle them. Tell me when to stop.
Okay.
I'm just doing it
one more. Stop.
Okay. This one?
Cut the deck. Cut the deck.
Okay. Okay.
And yeah, lay that other one on top.
Okay. This one like that?
Yeah. Okay, now the top one.
Okay. Ooh. I wish Prince of Swords.
Ooh.
So Prince, what is that number? I forget what the Prince is. I don't. Oh, we need the numerology. What is the Prince in the tarot cards? Do you know the Prince in the?
I don't know tarot cards at all.
I know I'm terrible. I just need the numerology. I forgot. You see, I don't do this much. And it's not like my other cards have it. Oh, there it is. It is up there.
Okay.
No, it's not. It's not. Okay. So what would be the prince, the queen, well, the swords is action. So I'm kind of like, and you have taken some action in your life. That's for sure.
Yes, taking
And
action right now for sure.
yeah, with doing the Akashic records readings
And I also
stuff like that.
I also I'm starting a course. I just signed up to take a course. So I'm taking lots of action.
That's awesome. So yeah, well, look at this picture, but it's, I think it's that things are it's not just action in the beginning. This is not an issue. This is getting more towards the further down in the journey. So I'm thinking maybe that all the things that you are doing are going to come to some fruition real soon. Seems like it already is happening though for you.
I feel like that's really accurate because that's really what I've been feeling. Like, because there's part of me that's just like, I keep thinking, oh, how do I promote myself? How do I get myself out there
Yeah,
more? How do I build my client base? How do I do this? And then, but that's my mind just getting really busy. But when I get
yeah,
right down into myself and I just kind of sit and rest, it's just like, no, everything's coming to me. It's all in time. It's all coming.
yeah.
I'm just,
That's so good.
I'm there. I'm available. I'm excited. I'm, you know, being present and being available and
Hmm.
just kind of following whatever lead comes. And that's why I signed up for this course because I'm just like, what can I be doing right now that would just really enhance my
Yeah.
services and be something that would be interesting to me? And
Hmm.
so I signed up for a Reiki course.
Reiki. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah.
How
So
fun.
I know. I'm really excited to. I haven't started it yet just because we've got the move happening and I just want to get settled and so I can really be present and apply
Yeah.
myself to it. But it's all online and I know I'm going to be needing guinea pigs and stuff. Hint, hint. So if you want to, if
So
you want to,
I so a long time ago I worked at a metaphysical store,
uh huh.
and there was a woman there who was a Reiki master. And
Right.
she actually certified everybody at the store. Like, we went to, her house and we did this whole, like, thing and,
Did you really?
and she taught us how to do it. And I mean, I had to be honest, I wasn't really taking it as I can't say that I don't take it seriously
Mm-hmm.
because like, I just didn't know, but I use it, like,
Do you
whatever.
really?
Like, I don't know if it's working, but okay, with Lila, she was, we were playing fetch and her brother tripped over her and she was like, "Ah!" And then like, just now, I just put my hands on her, like, I didn't do anything else, and I just held her tight. Of course, that helps. And
Mm-hmm.
I imagined the energy coming up through the earth and then
Mm-hmm.
into, my hands, but that's it. I don't really know much about it. She did give me a workbook that I had to do before I even, did the initiation.
Right.
So I did the workbook. This was like 20 years ago.
Right.
So I'm really excited about this. I would love to talk with you about this, and I mean I'm getting back into that again,
I
that kind
like
of thing, and I'm with more
that.
seriousness
Right.
and more. I'm at a different place.
Yeah.
Before I was young and I wanted to feel powerful, but now that's not where I'm at anymore. I don't care about having
Mm-hmm.
superpowers. I
Mm-hmm.
just I just I just want to, have a divine connection, and
And
so
this is a
that's
beautiful way for a divine connection. Reiki is just like an
yes.
amazing connection. So that's, yeah, like jazz hands. Jesus hands. You're frozen. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm excited about doing it too. Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, yes. No, you told me about this app. It's really cool. Mhm. Right. Amazing. Right.
and it turns into pure chaos. um, and so I need that picture this app in order to know what I'm growing,
Right. And
and
not
also to
kill all of
know.
your plants.
Yeah, and it also tells you when the plant is unhealthy, and
Right.
it tells you what you need to do. It tells you when to water it, like
That's
it,
amazing.
and it will give you alerts, like so many things. But we've been having a lot of rain lately, and so we have some fungus. Some of my plants have some fungus,
Oh,
and I've been do trying to do some DIY antifungals, just
right.
with what I have in my house, and I intuitively decided to try Dr. Bronner's. I have a eucalyptus Dr. Bronner's Castile soap that I just mixed with water, and it seems to be working. It
Mm-hmm.
didn't kill my plants.
Good.
uh,
Most soaps like that, especially like a nice pure soap, it shouldn't.
yeah, I knew the
Yeah.
soap worked, but I wasn't worried about the essential oils. But then essential oils are the plant's defense system. I mean,
For
basically,
individual, yeah, you have to be
yeah,
careful with those because it's just like when you put anything on your skin, it's the same kind of thing. You can have a reaction because
right,
they're all very unique. So,
yeah.
yeah. But
So,
I mean, a plain Castile soap should be fine.
okay. Well, I don't have that, but so far this is working. So
And then, so there you
if I
go.
see any
Maybe there's a,
burns or something,
yeah. And I mean, there might be just like such a minor amount of the essential oils in there. Like it might not be
yeah.
enough, especially when you dilute it, right? And then, I mean, the other thing about essential oils is like, no, never mind. I was going to say that they don't always like mix with water, but
Oh,
then you have the soap in there, so that would actually make it. Um,
well, I read that oil is good because it actually helps stick to the plants. And
mhm.
soap is saponified oil. I don't exactly know what that means, but it's like alkalized, and
Right.
it makes it, you know, turn water into more watery. It
Right.
makes it, yeah, that makes sense. I think it just alkalizes everything, and that's yeah. Like even when you use bar soap in your hair, the problem is it upsets the pH balance of your
Yes.
hair, and you have to add an acid to
Yeah. Bring out the
de-alkalize it.
exactly to bring back the
Yeah,
pH balance.
and then it
Yeah.
gets soft again. It's just like
Crazy. I know
crazy.
I always use like if I have aphids or stuff like that, I use dish soap in
Dish
water.
soap.
And I will
Yeah,
spray that onto plants because it's safe and it gets rid of aphids.
yeah.
But there's
That's what I
so many
use for.
natural, really cool things out there that you can use to fertilize and like you're doing, like to get rid of, fungus or get rid of,
Yeah.
rot or mold or anything.
So last year, I had a late crop of zucchini that didn't do well. It never fruited. We got lots of flowers,
Right.
but it never fruited. I said to Michael that I think it's because the pollinators went away. It was too late in the season. It was fall,
Right. So
and
there weren't any around.
there weren't any pollinators, and maybe I needed to sexually molest my plants. And he said it was the slugs that where it kept eating the
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 stamen,
the stamen out of the flowers. Um,
which might be it
the
too.
slugs kept eating out my flowers. Good for deterring slugs, but I don't know. Like I put coffee all over. I'm constantly putting coffee grounds out there, but I'm worried that the coffee is going to make the soil too acidic or something. Like
Yeah, I
there
don't
comes
know
a
how
point where
much.
there's going to be too much coffee.
Something else that you can use. Oh, well, you don't have them. Never mind. I was going to say eggshells, but you don't eat eggs. So, but eggshells, like dried and crunched up around the plants, they're really good because they actually have the calcium and phosphorus, I think, something in them. And then they will keep slugs away also because they don't like. There you go. Get some eggshells from her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
fly.
Oh, nice.
She worships them, and and they provide eggs that are.
Yeah.
So I don't think they're good for my health, but I would be okay. And maybe if I needed to bake a cake, I
Yeah.
might,
Yeah.
use an egg. You know, maybe I don't know. I'm kind of torn. Yeah, because flaxseed makes things a little. It gives it a texture that I'm
Gummy.
not crazy about. Gummy texture, yeah. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh,
So I don't know if you noticed this, but our live restarted.
oh,
So
no,
we're like, it
from
says that
me.
we've only been on for
Oh,
22 minutes. And it's like, no, I know. Yeah.
ah,
So it restarted 22 minutes ago. It restarted. So I have no idea how long we've been on here. What time is it? Do you have a clock?
4:11.
4:11.
It's
Okay,
4:11.
so we've been on
Yeah,
for over an hour now.
yeah. Hopefully it stitches together,
I hope
but maybe it
so.
won't.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
if not, we'll have part two.
We'll have part two.
Okay, well, we should conclude this then. Um, so, but we're going to be back next Thursday at
We will be
3
back next Thursday,
p.m.
and then we can carry on
Eastern.
because I know you've still got some things
Yeah,
on the list that we
I
didn't get to
know.
today.
Well, I do want to talk about. I know this is like I want to talk about Instagram
Oh,
because Instagram is going
craziness.
really
I just
pay to
saw
play.
this morning. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And that's going to be the end of me on
Oh,
Instagram. But we
yeah.
could talk about that next week.
Yeah.
Um,
We can discuss it next week. We're going to talk about there's a number of things.
joining the
Yes.
recording.
Keep going.
Um, if you want to be notified when we do these Unfiltered After 50s, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell button so you'll be notified whenever anything
Absolutely.
comes up. If you're into plant-based cooking,
Follow Stevie.
make sure to check out those my other videos, and also go. I'll put the link down for LeAnne's Instagram page, and you
So that
can
you can
find her if you want to get
an Akashic
an
reading.
Akashic. And are you going to be doing downloads too?
I am. I'm offering Akashic readings, and I'm also offering download channeled messages that are just personal to you, just a written message.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And there was something else that you were doing too. No,
Those are the
that's
two
it.
things, and then I'm doing right. I'm taking my
Okay.
Reiki, so eventually I'd be doing Reiki. So, I know. I love our time together. I love you too. You have a good day.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.